Oh well, it's a new video. Oh God, I'm panting because I've just come up the track here from the Mottistone Manor car park, and the horses have been up here, so I've been slipping and sliding and I've fell over twice coming up here. Luckily I closed the camera up, but through falling on it, it turned the video off. I had it on pause, so I haven't got the start, but anyway, I'll keep on and see how we get on up here. Oh. I'm heading up through towards Dingley Dell to get up to the Longstone on Mottistone Down. Probably have the place to myself, I would think. Right then, got to be careful because you get up on the sides here on the bank and you bloody slip. So yes, I've got wellies in the car. If I'd have known, I'd have put them on. Never mind. Oh, that's it. Now if I walk astride, it's okay. Pause. Right, I'm coming off this horse trail now. So it's not so bad up here because the horses haven't been up here. But here we go. Footpath to Longstone and the Downs. That's Mottistone Down, which rolls round and brings you on to Brightstone Down if you go right round, which is quite a walk. I've done it before with a friend of mine way back. I'm sure if she ever sees this video, she'll remember. It was the first time I'd found a Longstone. I don't think she'd been up there either. But yes, that was way back in about 1994, maybe. But I've been to the Longstone loads of times since then. When I first met JC and Angelina in the Grimshaw family, there was a bunch of us used to come up here every May Day to catch the sunrise with the Morris men, White Morris, and they still come up here, I believe. I haven't been up for a few years. Getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning doesn't wash with me so much these days. Although I do sometimes get up at that time, but I'm not dashing out the door. I'll do it again one day though. You never know, I might even end up doing it this May. Well, I get up there before the sun's gone down. Excuse me. Pause. Up to the stile. Oh. Shoes are panting, but I'm legging it a bit and it's all uphill. Whew. If I'm come through Dingley Dell, that will be full of bluebells. Towards, well, it's usually in April time, isn't it? It'll be awash with bluebells. Oh. Yeah. Heading onwards and upwards to Mottistone Down and the Longstone. This is the last leg of the climb. Oh. There's another path I could have taken. With that, you don't come through the dell, so. Onwards and upwards. Well, I've just come up this little stretch and it was rather muddy, but I couldn't really walk on the sides. I definitely went over, so I walked through it. But luckily I've got my worky boots on and they're a bit muddy, but no problem. And here we're heading up to the top, and the long stone is just up ahead. Still got remnants of the snow from the weekend. Oh. And there she is, the long stone. I think the last time I was up here I was filming, and I played a bit actually, at John Harper-Wales multi-faith ceremony she did up here last year. Must have been last autumn, I can't remember exactly when, but there'll be a video of it on my YouTube channel. Like, I've got quite a few videos of Jan. That's the National Trust house down there, you can rent that. It's called Gaslight, but we've stayed there before now. I'm going to walk around, get up on the top here, hopefully so I can get a sea view before the sun goes down. There's an ancient barrow here. That'd be this, I believe. The snow still around. Now there's the sea, but the sun is over there behind that ridge. Onwards and upwards. Well, it's the first time I've power walked it up here, but I didn't run. I'm not that committed. But the sun is still up, so I think we'll all hang around for the sunset, because I think I'm a bit early for it. Must be well after 6 o'clock now. Nice little puddle. Here we go. There you see, a little further over to anybody who's interested, there's Black Gang Chine over there where the ridge is, right on the top, and the St. Catherine's Oratory, and the military road is further back over. I think you see a car going along over there, I don't know if you can see that. The military road is just a bit further back from the edge of the cliff there. There's a car going along it. Of course there's another road just below here, which goes through to Ulverston from Mottistone, which is up there. So there we go, and there's the sun. There's about 5 of us. I think it's a chain ferry gang. Is it Gwith? I'm not sure. No, it's a chain ferry gang, second time around. Anna Spence is it? I don't know if I've seen her or not. And somebody else and me doing a gig at the Sun in Ulverston on Saturday. Starts at 2:30. Goes through till 5:30. If anybody fancies coming out, you can actually walk. If you're into walking, like, you can park up back in the car park there and walk up here, and you can come down through the fields into Ulverston. It's quite a hike. See over there, beyond that bay there. Oh no, that is freshwater bay down in front of us there, isn't it? Over there where you can see up under the sun is the mainland actually. It's all a bit deceiving. walk down here a bit and I might pause it and wait for the sun to go down further. I've got my head torch in my pocket, so if it gets dark on me, hopefully the batteries ain't too flat on it, because I use it quite a lot at work. Yes, I've been working in Brightstone again today. Very dusty. I've been first fixing a kitchen there with a lot of chasing and a lot of dust. But I had a mask on, and I had my ear protectors on when I was using the heavy chisel, you know. I have chisels and chasing tools and all the rest of it, which makes life a lot easier cutting boxes in and stuff. You do it nice and neat. But it makes a lot of noise and a lot of dust. Incidentally, the photograph of Sue and I, which is on my Facebook profile picture, we took it just up here. We were sitting down, it was cold then, I remember, and we were sitting on the seat waiting for the sun to set. Don't know if we've passed it, I don't think we are, it's up here somewhere. Oh, there it is. And I took that selfie, which came out rather nice, I thought. So I've put it onto my profile, it's been on there for quite a while now. I'm not changing it. Facebook keeps saying update on my main, you know, wallpaper picture on my Facebook profile, which is me shaking hands with Richard Thompson at the Crop Ready Festival in 2000. When was it? Not 2017, must have been 2007. God, over 10 years ago. But no, that'll do for me. I'm keeping that there, shaking hands with Richard Thompson. Not very often you get to shake hands with somebody like Richard Thompson, is it? He's a great guy. Seen him playing with Sandy Denny when she brought North Star Grassman and the Ravens out. He's a great guy. He was in the band at Record Jazz Club. That was back in 1971. Or was it 70? No, it was 71, I'm sure, because she came back again completely solo in 72. Seen her again then. She brought the Sandy album out by that time. But yeah, that was excellent, because she had the North Star Grassman and the Ravens band with them, which was Richard Thompson and I can't remember what the rest of the lineup was, but it was excellent. I mean, I was only 16, so I was like over the moon. There's Richard Thompson, there's Richard Thompson. Oh. And, anyway, I was talking to him at Crop Ready in 2007, and I said, because me and Arthur, my stepbrother, recorded it. We had, you know, we right up front stage. The stage was on his eyes, the tables, which is another story. But we had a tape recorder on there, a little dance set tape recorder, and we recorded the gig. They weren't worried. And anyway, I was talking to Richard, and I said, "Oh, do you remember playing in the Record Jazz Club with Sandy Denny in 1971?" He said, "Oh yes, I remember that." I said, "I was there with my brother, we sat right at the front table." He said, "Yeah, you've never changed, have you?" Oh, he's a great guy. Anyway, he was on stage with his band later on, and he was looking at me and laughing, because I was down near the front in the, you know, that was the year they were celebrating Legion Leaf being voted the best all-time folk rock album, you know, yes, and so everybody, it was ever in Fairport, more or less, apart from Sandy Denny, of course, was there. And Ian Matthews was there with his band. He was on the first album, wasn't he? The What We Did in Our Holidays. Well, the first album was Sandy Denny, which is Meet on the Ledges on there, which they always sing at the end. So he was there with his band. Richard Thompson was there with his band. Who was doing the Sandy Denny vocals? I think it was Jackie McShee, Pentangle. And everybody was there, you know. Swarby was there. He was fit again for that. He'd had a lung transplant and was okay. I mean, the time I've seen him before that, he had an oxygen bottle. And he was in a wheelchair, but he was still fiddling away. That was over up Barzil in Cowes, in a small theatre up there. He was with oh, I always forget his name, one of the original Fair Porters. You've probably remembered it before me, but they did a duo set there and it was great. He was selling signed copies of his obituary, would you believe? And I bought one, like, you know. And basically, I think it was a Telegraph or the Times had thought he'd died for some reason, and I put his obituary in. So he was saying, well, I can sell this, it doesn't matter, it's my obituary, I can sell them, you know. And I mean, they weren't going, it wasn't expensive around, it was £2 or £5 or something, but I bought one. I've got it at home somewhere. So the wind is blowing up, isn't it? I've got my blue hat on though, and I've got my fingerless gloves on, and I've got my coat, and I've got my boiler suit, and I've got my padded shirt, and I've got a t-shirt on another boiler suit, so I'm well insulated. I wouldn't die of hypothermia or out like that up here. Look at that, there's the sun coming down. Yes, afterwards, when they were doing the encore at that gig at the North Star Grassmen and the Ravens gig at the Wrecker Jazz Club, on the encore I looked round and Arthur had gone and the tape recorder had gone as well. And the sly one, he'd sneaked round in the back, and the dressing rooms are actually in the hotel. The Wrecker Jazz Club was in the basement of the Cotham Hotel. I don't know whether it's still open. Obviously it used to be a jazz club at one time, like a lot of them did. But that was back in the days when I seen Eric Clapton there with Derek and the Dominoes, which blew my mind. First time I'd ever been there. That was definitely a mind blower. Playing all that brilliant 12-bar stuff with basically he'd nicked Delaney and Bonnie's band more or less, I think. You know, Bobby Whitlock, Dwayne Allman, he died not long after that. But it was brilliant. And I was really rocking away. It's when I never got chucked out, because I guess standing up on my seat and shouting Eric, Eric, and I was about halfway back, which was about, I don't know, 50 feet from the stage, if that. And I kept standing up on my chairs, and the bouncer kept shoving me down, and because I got a bit drunk before he started. But then he stepped back and stood on his amp. He stood up on his amp. So the bouncers left me then, you know, so obviously he was responding. Because these people do like to see a bit of, you know, action. I saw Mott the Hoople there in them days as well. And I was really freaking out. We were at the front table then, me and all the lads from the electricians who I was serving my apprenticeship with in Redcar, the Redcar British Steel. There was a training centre there for the British Steel electricians, and they came from all over Teesside basically. And there's the sun almost disappearing. And yes, they came from Loftus and Darlington and, you know, Middlesbrough. And yes, but that Wrecker Jazz Club used to be on a Sunday night, so I'd get on the train at Thornaby near Stockton. Manny, another friend who lived in Darlington, would be already on it. And by the time we got there was a big bunch of us in the jazz club, and I was freaking out, doing head banging and all that. While Mott the Hoople were on, they were really rocking it, you know. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in, and I was well away. And they loved it, because at the end of the gig, they all came over and shook my hand, every one of the band. And then, not long after that, they brought out all the young dudes, didn't they? And I don't know whether Ian Hunter was referring to me. I dream, I think, you know. But in that he's saying, "Hey, you with the glasses, I want you down the front." I'm thinking, I wonder. Oh, there's a new moon up there as well. I don't know if you can see that. Just in front of them clouds there. The old crescent. There's a vapour trail heading south. Looks as if he's heading for Barbados, which is about 4,500 miles that way. Actually, it's that way, isn't it? It's over that way, I think. So I don't know where he's going. Oh, well, this video's close to 20 minutes. There you go there. The sunset from Mottistone down. If you keep walking around there, you go all the way around and round and round, you come up onto Brightstone down, it goes all the way around. Which I've done that walk, like I say, with a friend of mine. Who I met exactly a year after my wife Pauline died, to the day. But that's another story. Right, I'm heading off back to the car park. I'll pause this because I might bring it on again if I think it's worth it. I'll probably bring it on again as I walk past around the long stone again. All the young dudes carry the news. Boogaloo dudes carry the news. Hey, hey, I'm not a young dude anymore, I'm a major dude. A major dude. Crimson flames tied through my ears, reaching high and mighty traps. Pounce with fire on flaming roads, using ideas as my maps. We'll meet on edges soon, says I, proud neath heated brow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Our frack prejudice leaped forth, ripped down all hate, I screamed. Lies that life is black and white, spoke from my skull, I dreamed. Romantic facts of musketeers, foundation though somehow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Well, we're up to 22 minutes, approaching 23 minutes on this video now. I wonder if anybody's watched it up to this point. Maybe you switched off when you heard me singing. Oh, never mind. Yes, that's my latest song where I'm getting cooking. I remember doing it about 20 years ago, when I first started playing in the Spyglass at JC and Angelina's gigs. But I can sing it with some power, that song. And I've got the guitar going. I mean, I'd only got my guitar out the case this week since I played the King Lud over a month ago. And but yes, I've got that one cooking, and I've got other ones cooking too. I'll probably do So Long Marianne. I've been working on that and it's getting better and better. I'll probably do John Barleycorn because I've got the piano accompaniment for that. Stephen Osler played the accompaniment for me, and he came down from the mainland and played. I did it in the Isle of Wight Musical Festival competition. It was the week before last on the Saturday, and he played the accompaniment for me. And I got a distinction, would you believe? So, if anyone says I can't sing, I'll just show them that. Yeah, I've been doing that for years now, on and off, because Linda always puts us in for these things. She's great, Linda, keeps you on your toes. And I've got loads of commendations, and I've won the cup a few times. But it's the first time I've had a distinction. For a friend of mine who sings in the choir with us, Emma Hume, she got 2 marks more than me. She got a an outstanding distinction is what it's called, and so she won the cup along with another 2 cups she won that day. The 3 of Cups, merriment. So we are going down Dingley Dell in the dark. We're not quite yet. Oh, I never panned round on us up the Longstone. Never mind, I panned round when we went up there earlier. Probably pause this and I'll bring it back on when I come into the car park, because I fell over and it knocked it off. I'm coming up here just after I came out the Longstone car park, and now I'm going to have to trudge through all this mud. I could go up there, I suppose. Probably fall over, head over tit on. Let's have a look. It's alright getting up, it's how you get back down is the problem. I'll go up here. This is a path, isn't it? Should have come this way on the way up. This is magic, innit? This is magic. I went out to the hazelwood because a fire was in my head, and I cut and I peeled an hazel wand and hooked a berry on a thread. And when white moths were on the wing and moth-like stars came flickering out, I threw the berry in a stream and caught a little silver trout. When I had laid it on the floor, I went to blow the fire aflame, and something rustled on the floor, and someone called me by my name. It had become a glimmering gal with apple blossom in her hair, who called me by my name and ran and vanished in the dimming air, thinning air or something. Though I am old with wandering through hollow lands and hilly lands, I will find out where she has gone and kiss her lips and take her hand and walk along long dappled grass and pluck till time and times are done the silver apples of the moon, the golden apples of the sun. W.B. Yeats, The Song of A Wondering Angus, put to music by Donovan on the excellent HMS Donovan album, which came out in about 1969, and a brilliant album it is too. I actually sung a song off that last year in the festival called, a song he did on there called Henry Martin, which was, I sang the classical arrangement of it, like, I don't know if that was another Cecil Sharp song. I know the one I did, John Barleycorn was Cecil Sharp, what I did this year. But I did the arrangement of that, and I got a commendation. But as I say, I did much better this year. I was really pleased. And I also sang, that was in the folk class, solo folk. I say solo, but I had the piano accompaniment. Excuse me. But I also did 2 songs in the adult tenor class. And Linda and Sue was there too, said it's the best they've ever seen me sing. And I came 3rd. Paul Stevens came first. He always comes first, well, usually. So if you're in a class with Paul Stevens, you know you're not going to come first. But yes, Linda reckoned I should have come 2nd, but I don't know. There you go. I won't say any more about that. But the 2 songs I sang was, well, one was an Italian one, Chanel Ben. And my second song was Some Enchanted Evening, would you believe, from South Pacific. Which, you know, I've practiced it obviously before, but that was the best I've ever done it when I sang it in there. 'Cause I don't know, it just switched me on when I had an audience basically, you know. And it came, yeah, it felt good when I sang it. And the reason I chose that song was for my father, Edward Rowland Farrell, who died back in about, when did he die? About 2004. But when I was a little kiddie, we used to go to Caton Bay near Filey, on the North East Coast, you know, near Scarborough, and which was a lovely place, caravan site. I used to love them caravan holidays when I was a kiddie. I had a little bike, and I used to have them 4-wheeler bikes, and I'd sit in between my mum and dad, and we'd go down to Caton Village, and they'd have a drink, and I'd have a Coca-Cola and a bag of crisps. But they had a lovely big clubhouse there with a big dance floor. Oh God, I'm trudging through the mud here. And it had a sunken dance floor with lights round, you know, built into the edge of it. And one year I remember meeting up with a friend of the family there, so I had a mate my age, because my sister was 8 years older than me, and my cousins were similar sort of age. They were all into rock and roll at the time. And but it was, yeah, they had this big like Glenn Miller type band there. I used to love it. I used to dance around on my dad's feet. But he sang Some Enchanted Evening in a competition there. Don't think he won, but yeah, and that's why I chose it, to sing in memory. I'm really getting covered in mud now, but it's either that or slip over if I try to get up the sides here. Muddy mud. And I remember going on the stage, yeah, big stage. Say they had a big Glenn Miller band there. I fell in love with the singer. I mean, I was only about 6. And I remember when we come away from there, I had a balloon she'd given me on the last night, and I had it in the back of the car, and I kept that balloon for as long as I could. But used to go in there, me and my mate used to go in early before them, and we'd get a choc ice and a Coke and sit on the side and listen to the band, and then they come in, and yeah, it was lovely. I loved it. But I remember going in one of them competition type things myself. It wasn't singing. But basically what happened, it was like, there was 3 of us. I had this girl, there's a photograph of me somewhere, Harry Vaughan's probably got it, and there was 3 boys and 3 girls, and the girls had to wrap the boys in toilet roll, like mummify them, you know. And then it was the first one to break out of the toilet rolls who actually won the prize. Obviously I didn't win the prize, because the other 2 were like ripping themselves out of it, and I was trying to wind it out again, me being stupid. But there you go, there's the moon up there. I think it's out of focus, isn't it? I don't know if I can focus by it in this. Oh, you can, yeah. Look at that, that's focused. That's what you do when you take a photograph. You just tap the screen on what you're looking at and it focuses on it. Obviously that's very distant, but so there's the moon. So we get the silver apples of the moon and the golden apples of the sun. And the moo cow joins in too. So this is Mottistone car park anyway. That's where we went up there. Mottistone Manor is just there in front of us, through them trees. There's a church there and all, I believe. It's probably, I don't know whether it's their own chapel or what. Been in there, like, there's a nice gardens in there, but that was years ago when I went in there. Sometimes the gardens are open for, you know, they have open days. I know there's a thing on here at Easter. There's a little sign on here about some kind of Easter hunt of some sort. Probably looking for Easter eggs. I remember when we were kids we used to have boiled eggs and we used to paint them and roll them down hills and things like that. I guess we all used to do that. Cadbury Easter egg hunt. There you go. Mottistone Garden, Sunday, 1st of April, 10:30 till 4. £1.50 per trail. Normal admission charges apply. There you go. Is it really rocket science? Yeah, that's where they used to test the rockets in the war, isn't it? That Needle's new battery. Well, that'll be the old battery then. There'll be a church there. I don't know what church that is. I guess it's Mottistone Church. But there's the house is over there, through there. Anyway, I doubt anyone's watching this now because we're up to 37 minutes. It takes some staying power to watch a video, especially when it's one of mine. But anyway, I entertain myself and that's the main thing. It's just nice to capture these things. I noticed that at my tea break this afternoon I was looking back on them 2 live feeds I did this morning, and the first one, which stopped, you know, before I'd finished it, had gone. I did share it, I saved it, and it was on there when I had a glance when I got back in the car, but when I had a look at tea break this afternoon, it was gone. The second one was still there, like. But maybe I'll have a look on my computer when I get home. I know they do get saved into my videos in my videos library on Facebook there, but yeah, for some reason it's gone, you know. I don't know why. I could get onto the Facebook administration and find out why, or ask them to put it back. But sometimes, you know, there's algorithms and things, isn't there, attached to Facebook, and I think sometimes they do take things off if they don't. I was talking about 5G, wasn't I, at the time? Which, anyway, I don't want to go into that here, because it's nasty, nasty, nasty. Anyway, it's about time I went home and had some dinner. I've got to drive back to Shanklin now. So, have a pleasant evening, everybody. If you do see this, I'll see if I can share it here and now. It'll probably take it a while to upload onto Facebook, so I don't know, it must be 7 o'clock at least now. So have a nice evening, folks, and if you don't see it this evening, have a nice day tomorrow, if you see it tomorrow. Goodbye.